So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another interesting episode of the crazy week that was with Barrister Neze. It's me again, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. Pepe dem, bolale pepe dem, oh. Pepe dem, bolale pepe dem, oh. Today's crazy week that was starts out with our darling Mercy AIGBE, the beautiful Edo princess, and her husband Kazim Adeoti, who won some history classes. So not so long ago, Mercy AIGBE was married to a hotelier and a businessman called Larry Gentry. And her now husband Kazim was married to another woman, a lady called Funsho Adeoti Asiwaju. The funny thing about this triangle, this love triangle or rectangle, or what shape can I call this, trapezium, is that all four of them were friends at a time. Okay, so we all know how Mercy split with Larry and she accused him of domestic violence and possessiveness, and you know all of those, it was in the news, you know the whole story. So she basically packed out of the marriage, packed out of the house, and became single once again. All right, before we knew it, before we could say Jack, Mercy started dating Funsho's husband. That's this Kazim Adeoti. We cannot forget in a hurry how much attack she came under when her and Kazim made their romance public. What didn't they call Mercy? Ashio, husband snatcher, home wrecker. There was no name that the netizens didn't call Mercy AIGBE. They were like, Mercy, Mercy, have mercy. Mercy, you divorced your husband. Nobody sends you, nobody forced you. Now you use your hand, divorce your husband, come out for your husband's house, and became single again. Why did you not, for goodness sake, find another single man like yourself? Maybe a divorcee or a single matured man or whoever in the world you want to date. Why would you carry your head and go and choke in another woman's marriage? Is she the reason why you and your husband broke up? Why would you want to pour sand in another woman's garri? Destabilizing a family that were on their own jejely, you just came and chook head? What is wrong with all these Nollywood actresses? People were so angry. What made people even more emotional about this whole Mercy AIGBE and husband snatching saga is the way the man's wife took it. Guys, she didn't take it well one single bit. She felt so deeply hurt, so very betrayed, not just by her husband, but by Mercy AIGBE as well, who she considered and called a friend. She released a statement on Instagram calling Kazim her soon-to-be ex-husband. That means she wasn't having it. She's not up for this polygamy thing. She said that she did not and will not settle to have a second wife in her home, in her marriage. Another one that pained people, that peppered people, was when she said that Mercy and Kazim didn't just start today, that we shouldn't think that is a today something. That is long, long. Otole. She said that it has been long since these two have been sneaky, hanky-panky, baby don't lie about us situation, you know, under her very nose. That Mercy has always been a problem in her marriage with that man. So they have started sleeping with each other long before this thing went public. Since 2010, when Mercy was still married to Larry and when she was still married to Kazim, that is what the wife said. She concluded by saying that she was friends with Mercy and Mercy repaid the friendship by sleeping with her husband. And that her and her husband started from the scratch, built together, had 4 kids, have been married for almost 2 decades, and were doing just fine until Mercy AIGBE came into the picture. Guys, it was not a happy tale at all from the woman's side. It was so heartbreaking. It was betrayal was written everywhere. So people were like, okay, let us hear from the accused. People called on Mercy and Kazim, come and defend yourself. What is going on? We heard, what is this relationship we are hearing of? Is it true? Auntie, uncle, bros, sister, what is going on? And believe me, my dear brothers and sisters, these two quoted the most convenient excuse of all times. Can you guess? They said that Kazim is a Muslim and he is at liberty by his religion to marry more than one wife. So, what is the big fuss? He's in line, he's on track. If you were thinking this was going to dispel the whole rioters, you have no idea what was coming. This even further angered people. They were like, Oga, please, if you want to be lustful, just own your lustfulness with your full chest. Accept it with your full chest. Which one is Islam? Which one is Muslim? Why are you trying to make it seem like you didn't want to, but you just had to obey God's commandments? As though if you didn't marry a second wife, you will go to hell. Like there are no other Muslims that just married one wife. Like it is a compulsory commandment and you just didn't want to disobey God. I beg, Alaji. Just own your lustfulness with your full chest and don't hide behind this one. No, you chose to hurt and betray a woman who started life with you when you were a boy from the scratch for a woman of glitz and glam and glamour, a chop life gang woman, and you're hiding behind Islam. What is that? What is that? So people talked and condemned and criticized, but guys, now for their pockets, it was in their pockets, because 45-year-old Mercy AIGBE held on to this man like a little child would hold on to the last candy in the jar. She held him tight, taking him up and down. They were attending shows, functions, movie programs together. She didn't send your father or your mother. In her mind, she was team, you can talk all you want. When you're tired, you keep your damn mouth shut. So she continued with this guy in holy or unholy matrimony. So it was obvious that this lady, Asiwaju, left the house, left her matrimonial house, because Mercy was always posting pictures that she took in their home. In fact, there was a time that the woman came out to lash at Mercy and like, you know, when the woman sees the picture, she'll be like, is that not my pot? Yeah? Is that not my cotton? You understand? The woman came out and said Mercy is using her items that she suffered to buy. In fact, at the time, people started blaming her for leaving the house. You know the African mindset. Women were like, why should you leave your home for a home wrecker? You should have stayed back. Possess your possession. Don't give up. And all of that. While some other people believe that it is good she left, since the man was not going to leave the house and she didn't want to be a co-wife, so it was more dignified for her to have just packed out and left the house. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that it is wrong for a woman to leave the house when she has labored with a man to build the house, despite she doesn't want to be second wife, and that man has made up his mind to marry a second wife? Or do you think that she should stay there, we die there in that house, and ignore the man as he moves on with his second wife? Which of these two do you think is appropriate? But guys, today's story is not about dignified or non-dignified. Let me give you guys the real gist. Mercy AIGBE is now being accused very strongly of being on a pepper them vendetta, pepper them agenda. So in the spirit of love and Valentine, Mercy and Kazim jetted off all the way to Maldives to spend some vacation, Valentine getaway. And even if I don't tell you, you can trust Mercy to be the type that would bombard and overload and pepper them and disturb the internet with pictures and videos of that vacation. Today she's like floating, having breakfast floating on a river. Tomorrow she's like, oh, watching movies in the forest. Next tomorrow she's like, oh, my husband is here with me. We're skydiving. My husband, and people are like, Mercy, you know they fear God. Mercy or Guinea, no. You mean after you snatch somebody's husband, you can't stay in privacy and enjoy this man in peace? You are still flaunting the man, robbing the man. Do you even understand how painful these your actions will be to the first wife? They were so furious. They were like considering the fact that this man was never flaunting his wife like this, his original wife that he started life with. There were no Barbados and Maldives and Barbarian. No, she was more of a mommy kind of wife. Mommy, a kind of woman that if a man says, oh, I'm going to buy you the latest iPhone of 850, she will say, no, 850,000. No, my darling, put it in the house projects. That kind of wife. Conservative manager. And after patching up and managing finances and growing the man together to a certain stage, he finally gets taken by a woman of glitz and glam, and there is no mercy for money. Makawai, ojidikashi, billionaire, onyejikashi, chopping and spending the money. Billionaire, onyejikashi, chopping and spending the. That is the kind of woman after you have suffered. Oh my God. Is this not, remind me guys, is this not the same thing that happens to me, Duce? What is going on? You see, I don't see anything wrong with a woman building and growing with a man, but a lot of women these days do not share in my sentiments, because this kind of cases are becoming one too many. You start off young, you struggle, you build with a man, he metamorphoses right under your eyes from a boy to a man, and when Pepe don't rest, when everywhere don't stew, and you are thinking that it's time for you and your husband to enjoy middle age and transition happily into old age, enjoying the fruits of all your labor and suffering over the years, the next thing the man will remember that he's an African man. He will remember that he's a Muslim man and that his culture and his religion permits him to take more than one wife without caring how hot or betrayed you feel. So a lot of women these days are like, see, keep that struggle story to yourself. Make I chop this money. And talking about Islam, if you're a Muslim, please educate us in the comment section. I have read once or twice that there was a kaveh, there was a clause in this you can marry more than one wife thing. And Allah said that for you to marry more than one wife, you should love all the wives equally. And I ask, is it really possible for a man to love 2, 3, 4 women equally? That is an impossibility. Nobody can love a group of people equally in the same dimension and strength. Or could that be an indirect way of discouraging polygamy that we haven't even seen? Just like Jesus Christ said, you can stone the woman who committed adultery, but let he who is without sin be the first to cast stone. And nobody could stone. So most times these things come, in a different fashion. But that is a story for another day. We're not going to discuss religion. But let me know what you think about this clause of loving all your wives equally as stipulated by the Quran. Because looking at Mercy and Kazim and the former wife, do we sense any equal love there? All right, drop in the comment section. So Kazim's wife has reacted, Asiwaju has reacted. On that Valentine's Day, while Mercy and her husband were both cruising and skydiving and skating and surfing and, doing all the sweet things in Maldives, she took to Instagram sharing a throwback picture of her and their 4 children, wishing her fans happy Valentine's Day and asking in a hashtag, what more can I ask for? She later revealed that that day was their 20th year anniversary. So while she spent their 20th year anniversary alone, her husband was surfing with his new woman. Drop all your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think about building with a man and starting small with a man, struggling and managing with a man as against marrying a ready-made man. Let me know what you think about women remaining in their matrimonial houses even when their husbands have decided to take a second wife. Do you think they should remain, or do you think they should honorably leave? Let me know what you think about Mercy flaunting this man in public, knowing that, he had a senior wife before her. Some people have supported her that, hello, she cannot live her whole life trying to be sensitive to the feelings and emotions of the first wife. No, that cannot control her whole life. So she needs to enjoy herself. What do you think? And let me know what you think about this whole case of Mercy, Kazim, and Asiwaju. Drop all your thoughts in the comment section. I want to read all your reactions down in the comment section. If you're not subscribed to my channel, do hit the subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications, give this video a big thumbs up, and stay glued for our next one. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezaville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.